I'm absolutely exhausted this week. Totally exhausted. Today I finished my second and last workout of the week. And it posed a question, actually. My mind thinking, a lot of people think the failures for not training because they're exhausted. And you see all these social media celebrities and influencers in the alpha male space especially, who are ramming it down our throats, calling us weak people for not training. And they're trying to motivate us by kind of like using bullying tactics or something and pressure. And it can work in a way. But you know what? Like, my life has changed dramatically in the space of 2 weeks, right? I had a lifestyle where I was traveling non-stop with my job, literally living in Airbnbs. I'd come home every 4 to 6 weeks, but I was alone all the time, completely independent, self-sufficient. And now that's stopped and I've moved back in with my family. I've stopped doing that job. I'm back home with kids and stuff and a wife. And it's a culture shock for me. It's going to take many weeks of adjusting from being completely alone to now being in the thick of it again, so to speak. And I have done it before. It's not like it's totally new to me, but I've had a gap. I've had a break from that. So I have to adjust. It's totally normal. And on top of that, we're moving house tomorrow. And that's stressful enough as it is. And I'm absolutely burnt out and fatigued. And I did my first workout earlier in the week. I did 2 sets and I wanted to call it there and then and call it quit and just go home. And I didn't, and that was stupid of me. So after today's session, I was like, man, stepping back has been really good for me this week. And it's actually progressed me in a way that I didn't think it could do. I'm glad I listened to my body. And there is a little bit of a paradox with this because a lot of people think that taking a step back means you are actually regressing, not progressing. When actually, in my experience, it's the complete opposite. Like I said a minute ago, the fitness industry have kind of sold us this lie that you've got to push through, bro. Keep pushing hard. You see David Goggins and Jocko and all these different people, these big personalities who are, motivational speakers in a way and saying, push harder. If you don't do it, you're a bitch. Go till you pretty much die. That's kind of what they're saying. And yes, they do have a good point. I don't disagree with everything they're saying entirely, but the reality is this. There is a distinct and stark difference between someone being a lazy bastard and someone being utterly exhausted where their body's saying no. And that's the difference. And I've pushed through both sides of that, believe me. These influencers and celebrities, in my opinion, should be talking to the lazy people, which I think they are, really. But I still have a hunch that they would give someone like me abuse for choosing just to do 2 workouts this week rather than 4 because I'm not manly enough, You should push harder, bro. Your body's tired. Fuck your body. Keep pushing through. And I say, no, fuck that. I'm going to listen to my body. If you're lazy, you have a thought that, I've had a tough day at work today, man. Or I'm having me and the wife are arguing. I can't be bothered training today. That's laziness. Whereas exhaustion and fatigue, genuine exhaustion and fatigue, is your body is saying, bro, we're not doing this. We got to stop. And that's the distinct difference between the two. And the thing is as well, you hear a lot about overtraining and some people say, I don't believe in overtraining. All these big media personalities. I don't believe in it. I think it's a load of bullshit. I think it's lies. You're just a weak bitch. And then you hear people say, no, it's a true thing. But you know what? Genuine fatigue and exhaustion doesn't just have to come from overtraining, You can have life stresses, like I just said. A career change, moving house, going through a relationship breakup, even poor sleep can affect you in a massive way. All these things, life stresses, what's going on in the background, they add a massive mental load to you. And on top of that, then you've got physical load and central nervous system load from training in itself. Ultimately, your body doesn't compartmentalize everything. It doesn't say, oh, got life stresses over here, and then we got training stress here, we'll be all right, we'll figure it out. No, it sees it all as the same thing. And like I said, if you just take a look into my life, I've got 1-year-old baby, 5-year-old. I've gone from living alone, traveling, which is stressful as it is, having all this independence, going back into the family. Oh, by the way, job structure's changing, wife's job's changing, moving house, plus a lot of other shit. It's no wonder There's fatigue there and exhaustion, because it's not depression. It's not even sort of physical exhaustion. It just feels like just a heaviness and it's just a life fatigue. When I trained on Monday, I was absolutely destroyed until this morning, really. I mean, I was still tired when I woke up this morning. But that's just not the training. It's the life fatigue on top of the training what I did. So 2 days is what it is for me this week, and I'm okay with that. And honestly, I weigh myself daily because that's just how I coach people and what I do, because you get a better average trend. And I don't look into them too much, but my weight's been coming down these last few days because I've relaxed and I'm losing water, not fat. I'm losing water and inflammation because I'm chilling the fuck out and I'm listening to my body. So you don't have to do this 3 days a week or 4 or 5 or 6 days a week. It's just all in your head. You have to listen to your body if you're genuinely tired and fatigued. And we all know that any muscle build or fat loss accrued is happening when you're not in the gym. And that's why recovery matters. And I take it from me. I am someone, and I still have to have this conversation with me almost weekly, where I just push. This is one of the reasons in this video, I'm extremely proud and surprised at myself for just parking it up at 2 sessions a week. Because even though I've got all this going on in my life and I'm moving house tomorrow and I've got all this different navigation stuff going on, I would have just grinded through and done 4 sessions and beat myself to a pulp, stuck to the diet, done everything correctly by the book, but would have felt worse. But recovery and progress happens when you're not in the gym. And I'm not saying don't train. I'm saying the results turn a corner when you're not in the gym and you're resting and recovering. So when you are absolutely burnt out and you're holding water around your midsection, you're feeling flabby and you're feeling wobbly and you don't feel good about yourself, that's the time when you might just be needing to back off because you're stressed. Take a bit of time off, reduce the cardio a little bit, and you'll find the scale will probably move and your physique will change, your body composition will change. It's happening to me all the time. For years I've had this issue. And I've had plenty, years, 2 decades worth of issues where I've had what I call fear-based training, where I'm sat there and I don't feel like I need to go. I don't feel good. My body's like, Chris, don't go. And I'm sat there and I'm like, I really should go training. I really should do this. Fuck it, let's go. And I end up having a diabolical workout because of it. I'm burnt out after like 2 sets. You know, I've done something like 16 total reps, 20 reps, and I'm done. And in the end, I've just walked out, or I've carried on when I shouldn't have done. And that's what happened on Monday. I've gone through this workout and I'm just like, this is fucking stupid, bro. But you know, when you rest and you come back and you don't have a mediocre or shitty workout, the shitty workouts do more harm than good because you're inflamed, you're spiking cortisol, the levels are going sky high, you're burnt out, you know, your central nervous system gets fucked. What if you just chill out and go when you're actually feeling ready to go, genuinely, you'll have one of the best workouts you've had. Like today's workout was like 97% better than Monday's workout because I rested for 3 days. I didn't go Tuesday, Wednesday, it's Thursday today. I didn't go Tuesday or Wednesday. I rested for those 2 days and I feel really good this morning when I was in the gym, and a fantastic workout. And that only happened because I rested. So there's 3 key questions you can ask yourself. What's going on, whether you should or shouldn't take a step back if you're exhausted. What's your sleep been like? If you've had one bad night, come on, push through it, right? Don't be a bitch. Get in the gym. That's fine. I agree with David Goggins, right? But if you've had a week of shitty sleep, then we're talking a different story there. You're going to be grinding yourself into a deeper hole, and that's not a good thing to do. Also, what's your life stresses like right now? What's going on truly in your life? On a scale of 1 to 5, 1 being like, or 0 to 5, 0 being completely stress-free, and 5 being, you know, a family member's passed away. Where are you at right now? If you're at a sort of a 3 or a 4, God forbid not a 5, you might need to take a day or 2 off. And that's okay too. And the final thing I ask myself, and you should ask, is what are your lifts like in the gym? What are your workouts like? Are your lifts going up or have they been going down this past week or two? What's your nutrition like? Obviously, if you're in a calorie deficit, your lifts might be going down, although they shouldn't be going down severely. Unless you've been dieting for sort of 16, 20 weeks, shouldn't be losing that much strength. But where are you, if you're just in maintenance or you're in a building phase, a growing phase, what are your lifts doing? If you're getting weaker and you're gassing out, like I was on Monday, take some time off. That's your body telling you need time off. So I wanted to go through this video because it's something I'm literally living myself at the moment. You're not a bitch by taking some days off, even a week off if you need to. You'll get far more out of your sessions if you have genuine fatigue and exhaustion than you otherwise would if you pushed through and had shitty, awful sessions when you regret it knowing you shouldn't have gone. So I'll leave it at that. I hope it helps and I'll catch you on the next one. Take care.